Hey, and welcome to the full 42. And so that's a lot of stuff. We got a little bit of Mike's haul here to deal with today. We're going to talk about Gen Con, your experience, what you saw, people you met, all that fun stuff. I'm sure we'll get into a few of the things that are behind you, maybe all of them. But people will probably have questions about them. How many of those have you played at all? Oh, now we're losing you. Let me make this a reasonable image.
Did you say how many of them did I play?
Have you played any of them? I mean, there's open playing stuff. Maybe you tried a demo or something of some of these.
Yeah, no, I tried all of them before I bought them.
Right. Because that's what you do. Yeah. No, but I mean, you must have played a demo or two of something, right?
Sure. Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, yeah. Absolutely, I did.
No, you didn't. Yeah. More Kalex.
Yeah, Michael needs a bigger house.
So you went a little crazy?
I did. It was a good show.
I guess so.
It was a good show.
Yeah, I already see some stuff that I'm jealous of. I saw someone get Gnome Hollow. I saw somebody get that from Barnes & Noble, so that's funny that was at there at the same time as Gen Con. What is that? Those hamburgers? Oh, that's nice.
I didn't get that from Barnes & Noble.
Yeah, Captain Obvious front and center. That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm glad you pointed out.
They had a lot of these, and it went really well. And then they had the upgrade kit, and they had that gnome. See that little gnome right there?
It's right below. It's down.
You can't
just put it. Yeah, you're awful at this. There he is.
He stands up. He's got the beanbags in the feet, and he's very soft, and he's got the flat foot, but he stands up. You want to say hi?
That's pretty cool.
Oh, it's just a commercial, buddy. Okay, sorry. Go back. Here you go.
Yeah, and I can't see what some of those others are stacked on the.
Yeah, there's a glare. I can go over.
No, not a glare. It's just that they're stacked below the camera.
Oh yes, yep, over here.
Yeah, we can go over that stuff. Before we get into that, of course, we'll do announcements. Let's see, announcements. Oh, I got the wrong. We're supposed to be closer here. Now we're closer. Although now I'm bigger than you are. That's weird. It makes me feel like a giant or something. Here, come on. Speaking of giants, I saw that picture of you and Eric and his wife. Is he 7 feet tall? The one without the mall, right?
What?
Yeah, that's true. That one, yeah. I was like, is he 7 foot tall? It's funny.
He's 6'7". He's big. He's a big one.
Tall.
He's a big one. God, it's so hot. I'm gonna move some of this. Okay.
Woo. And your internet's kind of making you fuzzy.
Yeah, it's raining out, and I have one bar, so I'm sure this is absolute shit.
That's fine. All right, so let's do announcements. Let's jump into that while people are trickling in. I'm gonna hit the button to share this thing too. By the way, there we go. All right, so announcements. What you got for us? Any announcements besides the Gen Con stuff you got around you?
What do you got for us?
I got nothing. I don't contribute to this show. You know that. I make thumbnails and then I do nothing. That's it. I work on things I can't talk about, and that's it. I got some Mambo candies. That's my announcement.
That's what you got? That's what you're bringing?
Yep. Strawberry or orange.
Okay. Ooh, look at
or
you.
Raspberry. See, this is what happens.
Rocking one bar.
Announcements.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, people should know what the what the talent is eating on Monday nights.
Yeah. People ask what you're drinking.
Brandon, yeah, well, sometimes it's obvious because I need refueling. Yeah, I'm gonna have more announcements coming. Obviously, there's stuff I can't talk about, but it was a very good show, not only from this perspective, but meeting designers that are friends that I've grown to become friends with over the years. But there were a lot of other there were new ones. There were some I hadn't met before, and there's some good stuff coming. Like there's some designers out there that are making fun and interesting stuff. It's not just like Cards Against Humanity clones and stuff. So there's gonna be some there's gonna be some good stuff. Do you want me to take the other shoe off? Come here. You want to say hi? Say hi to Chris.
Eric came in. He missed the part where I was talking about how tall he was in your photos.
Who's that? Who's that? Say hi.
Corey. Hey, Aldi.
Hey, Aldi. We're going to talk about it in a second.
Oh, Hot Games Rooms. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, nice. I want to see how Charcuterie did. I know Charcuterie. There were 2 copies of Charcuterie in the Hot Games Room, so I'm curious. Yeah, absolutely. I'm curious how it did. I know it was being played a lot. So,
where were the stats posted? Are they on Facebook or on the site itself? Because I am kind of curious what got played the most and stuff. Hey, Micah.
Nice. Cool. Yeah. So there's some announcements. I mean, there'll be some stuff coming. I'm still kind of wrapping my head around like what the fuck happened this past weekend, because it was just nonstop chaos. We'll talk recap wise, but a lot of it is still coming down from this weekend. It was pretty crazy, but I do have a Luca painting for our Monday thing. So yeah, I have that, and then I don't have anything else front of mind right now. I'm trying to wrap my head around what the hell. Oh, I do have an announcement. Hold on. It's hard to do with a kid. This came out recently.
Can't see it. Something sword?
The Sword and the Sophomore.
Oh, what is that?
By E.P. Sweeney. It's one of ours.
Oh, okay. Cool. So there's a sword and a sophomore?
Yeah.
That seems pretty brutal.
That's all it is. Yep, the Sword and the Sophomore. But BP was there. So he signed a few copies.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, very excited. So we have this is the first book in a trilogy. There's more stuff coming from the book side of things. But I was excited to see it, actually a physical copy of it in person. So that was cool. There you go. No, Scott, my bandwidth is absolute garbage. I have one. It's showing me that it's unstable, which is awesome. And then I have one. It's showing me 1 bar on my thing, so my internet is shit tonight.
I found the BGG stats. I hadn't been listening. I was just curious what the number 1 played in BGG was at Gencon. River Valley Glassworks. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that one did well. I know that one was available at the All Play booth. It did great stuff, but they're struggling. I think they're as exhausted as I am from the weekend.
Oh, look at that. Charcutierie's number 7. That's
Total
really
number
cool.
7?
Yeah.
Wow.
Most played. 56 times.
Good
Or
job,
56.
Charcuterie.
So probably, played by more than one person. So times that by 3, 4, something like that. That's awesome.
Sure. Yeah, my internet is absolute garbage.
It's getting worse. I can
Sorry.
see you better.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah, 14.4. You have to take the phone and hook it up to the computer whenever you dial in. Is that how that works?
Yeah, that's usually how it works.
All right. So you said you got a Luca painting?
I do. I don't know if it's going to come through. I hope it comes through.
Well, it's sharp right now, so maybe do it before it gets fuzzy again.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, here it is. This one was done July 24th.
All right. So we like to look at these like they're Rorschach paintings and figure out what they are. Ooh, I like this one.
Luca, they're looking at your painting.
It's getting kind of fuzzy again, unfortunately, but ooh, okay. So the first thing I thought, I like to give people a chance though, actually, before I say anything, because I'm gonna take the waters if I say something here, because it went dark a little bit again, real quick, real weird dark though. So we'll see what other people. Oh, look at that, got texture. Oh, now it looks good. Yeah, back it up a little bit. All right, what does everybody see in that? Tell us how crazy you really are.
Yeah, so Luca's going to be 3 in November, and he's been doing this for a minute now.
I see
painting with watercolor on canvases, and this is one that he did last week or last week.
Tiny boat in the eye of a hurricane.
Okay.
Love the blue palette. Looks like a water tornado and a dragon flying out of it. Ooh, that's a cool. I see a lake with waves of water and a green land.
Oh, Dave.
Yep, I feel you. I didn't go to Gen Con either, so I'm representing the Gen Cants on this side of it. Yeah, so I see a Dr. Seuss character who just broke his ankle.
Oh. This is the leg, like wearing a boot.
That's the leg. They got a sock on that's loose, the way the Dr. Seuss stuff is, and all that purple stuff is the blood coming out because the foot stuck to the ground for some reason.
Okay.
Weird, got a hammerhead shark. Yeah, I told you it went dark real quick.
Yeah, it sure did.
Uh-oh, other people are seeing it now. See, I knew it'd taint the waters. I do like the blue, though. Yeah, that's the eyeball. I think all these were saying he saw right there. Yeah. Can't unsee the broken ankle. Yep. That's why I waited. McDonald's cup from the 90s.
Interesting.
I don't know what that one is. Oh, we got a good one from me. I see an eye, a right eye, a face that is masked, covered in some way. Why do they have that one eye exposed? They're a ninja in the dark, and they pulled off the mask in shock at what is ahead. Ooh, I like that one. When do we start getting meat? Oh, yeah. He needs some sculptures.
I'm...
Ooh, Ice Phoenix soaring over water. Oh, are we going to get an exclusive Mika now?
No. I'm going to save it.
The Mika or Mika? Mika, okay. Cuscon.
Yeah, you can say you make up your own rules. So it doesn't really matter.
I always do.
I know. I'll show you one of Mika's.
Of course, now your camera's coming through great.
Yeah, perfect. Well, hopefully it'll stay that way because I don't understand. Daryl, hi, buddy. Yeah. I saw him once at the booth and then at the soiree.
Yeah, Daryl always makes me jealous of his vacations. Wherever he is, I could be at the same place, and he looks like he's having way more fun than me.
Yeah. Yep. He does make his own rules, Peter.
I mean, that's why you become a game designer, right?
Okay, so
yeah. Show the chef jacket too.
Yeah, you like the chef jacket?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You see this here? I don't know if you can see it.
That's your 3WS thing?
It says 3WS in a different language.
Oh, nice.
3WS.
Which language?
Bistro. I don't know. Whatever Dave printed.
French, maybe?
French. I think it's French. Yeah, it's upside down, but I think it's French. I have I'll go over that in a second. Anyway, so you want to know what this is called? Again, I can't do this. Oh yeah, I can't tell you what I saw because he told me what it was when he was done with it. But I do see what you guys are talking about with an eye right here. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So what is it supposed to be?
So it is Sully.
Oh, okay.
Remember last week I showed you
Monsters Inc.
Randall? Yeah.
Yep.
He had the little figures on the table, and so there's that blue and the purple.
So next week's going to be a green one.
I mean, I could show you the green one if you'd like.
Yeah, go ahead. Show us the green one. We know Mike's coming.
Okay.
By the way, I only saw Monsters Inc. University, or is it just Monsters University? I only saw it once. And I realized the other day I have no idea what happens in that movie at all.
Monsters University is really fun.
I remember thinking it was, but I have no memory of it. I just know that I saw it.
It's a good one.
Need to watch it again.
This is the same day. This one was called Mikey.
Oh, that's pretty good. You need to take the eyeball from the other one and put it right in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah, they're fun. So on the same day, this one's a little. So if Nikki or Brandon, if anyone has young kids watching, you might want to mute or pause and send them out of the room for this one. But this was done on the same day as Luca was doing those, and this was done by Mika.
Okay. Oh, okay. Do you have two cats, a pink and purple one, maybe?
I do not. I don't.
How more Pokemon are made?
No, there were no Pokemon around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll be a controversial artist, is what's
yeah. The other ones are not as racy. This one was
two lionfish doing the yep. What are you letting them watch there?
That's Roz from Monsters Inc. No, I don't, Steven.
All right, that's a fun one.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to think it's like a backpack on a dragon. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that was just Mika's. This is one of his few. I've got 4 little ones and a big one so far from little Mika. So. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So I'll put those on there. So that's the fun stuff. I don't have much else that I can talk about, and two, my mind is still bonkers from the weekend. So.
Yeah, we know that you just got in 3 hours ago, 2 hours ago, something like that.
Yeah, a little while ago. Yeah, I mean, we left last night after breakdown, and stayed in Akron, so the trip isn't as bad because it's about with stops and gas and everything, it's about 10 hours. So we stopped in Akron last night and then got on the road this morning and stopped and had lunch and all those things. So I got in a little while ago, unpacked the car. And here I am.
You mean you unpacked Gencon, it looks like?
Yes, I unpacked the Gencon.
And this isn't even all of it because you got Cuscon.
It sounded good. Cuscon, yeah.
One of those. You got some games for them as well, right? Or doubles for them.
Only one double. I was given landmarks. I don't know where landmarks is from Ben. Ben gave me landmarks, and I got Gateway Island from AJ. I think it's over here. Where is it? It's over here. Can you see that? Yeah, Gateway Island there. AJ gave me a copy of that, which looks super fun. Like, I like that it's 21 mini games. It's really good. Like, it looks like it'll be fun in the classroom. It looks like it'll be fun with young designers and designers, like budding designers that want to like learn how to make games or use it to make games or fine tune something. But I did get a second copy of Gnome Hollow. So I have my copy, and then I have one for QSCon. because the game, it's really cute and it's really well done. And Ammon is amazing. I spoke to him after during the show, but definitely when we were all packing up, and we're gonna figure out a date to have him come on the show. So,
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he'll be here at some
That's
point.
an announcement.
Well, it's more about like Gen Con. It's more of a Gen Con overview kind of thing, I would say.
Did you get another copy of Comic Hunters?
I did. I got the new one, the one from Spin Masters and Arcane. So it's different than the Brazilian one you got me, Alan. The quality is okay. It's a $25 game, so but it's basically all the same. It's got the same cover art. It's got the same comics. It's got there were a few that had
the quality less.
A little bit. The cards are fine. The board's okay. It doesn't have that acrylic check mark. So there's some differences in it, like the chips, the score chips. They're not the same. They're different. I don't know if it's thinner. Although to be fair, I did play it at the gathering, and it might have been an earlier prototype copy. So I haven't opened this one yet, and I don't know the quality of it. But the one that I did play, if that was pre-production or early shipment, it was a little thinner cardboard.
Okay, I'm happy with my Alan copy. I call it.
Yeah, that one. It's still the story behind that one still is amazing. But now I can bring this one to the convention and put it in the QSCon library so people can play it. Nice. Oh, Steven, while you're here, because I know sometimes you.
Yeah, he showed me that.
Yeah, he got me one as well. So I'm very happy about that. Thank you, my friend. I also got, speaking of Comic Hunters, there was a huge line. I couldn't get more, which I would have loved to have. But Comic Hunters.
Ooh, hey, I have that comic book.
Yeah, so do I.
Nice.
There are a bunch of level 2s.
Uh-huh.
That they did the Rainbow Prism hologram kind of thing. Yeah.
How's everybody feel about foil covers, by the way? Foil cards? Because I've had a recent discussion with someone else who said they hate them in games. Like actually in games. Like, how do you feel about them? Just curious.
So our Charmed and Dangerous actually had them in it. And then you had to it was hard to see on the table because of the glare. So we actually put a pack together that was the cards non-foil. So yeah.
Hate them. Okay.
Also, why does it have 3WS there, Mike? You're supposed to be the incognito whatever person, remember? Depending on the card. I mean, if they're up close, if they're up close, you can read them. That's cool. But
how can you be extremely indifferent?
Extremely indifferent. I like.
Yeah, you're right. The readability needs to happen, right?
Yeah. I remember them from like the old DC or Marvel comic book cards that you'd crack and get the holograms like that. It reminds me of that. But it does depend. Like I know the majority of people would complain about not being able to read the information, and if it's crucial, then maybe it causes a problem. But I do love them. Michael, I'm reading it and saying it out loud. Tony, good to see you, buddy.
I wonder if you could do like just the picture top in foil. I think that's what they do for Lorcana, right? Just the picture top is in foil and then the bottom is normal so you can read it normally. I could be wrong.
Maybe.
I only played Lorcana once and they had some of those in there, but I can't remember how it looked.
Yeah. I did not. I asked Erica, but I didn't. I only saw her once. I didn't get it. When I went out from the booth, this happened. So I tried not to go out that often.
Yeah, I think if I had foils on a card, it would definitely make me consider sleeving them. I've never sleeved a game before, but
yeah.
Ooh.
I didn't get them. I wish I did. So yes, it was. They broke the record this year. They had more. I think they said more than 71,000 people. They sold out every day, even the single days, the single passes. So everything was sold out before, like when we were there for setup. Actually Tuesday when I went to go pick up the badges, there was a thing on the door that said sold out every day, all day sold out. So
Yeah, I saw that sign in a picture. I also saw the lines that seemed like I've been to Gen Con a lot, and you always see lines, but some of those lines seem much longer than I remember lines being. Was it that there were fewer things to stand in line for, so the lines were longer, or was it that there were just so many people that all the lines got longer?
I think there was a little bit of both, honestly. I think the things that people wanted, there were lines for, and there are more things that people wanted. And then obviously there were more people, so there were more people in those lines. Daryl, you're awesome. And yes, I'm coming up there soon. I think we have something we need to talk about. I saw Brian at the end of the show. I didn't catch up on our chat, obviously, things, whatever. But yeah, I'll be up there. I got to come up there soon. Yeah. Hey, Steven. So Steven's in the chat. Steven was he's been my longest running friend since I moved to Syracuse. And he came with me as a booth helper for Gen Con.
Nice.
I hope you had fun, buddy. It was great seeing you back there. I had Steven help when I was back with Floodgate, so it was good to see his vibrant self in the booth pushing and singing games all weekend. It was fun.
Did you stand in any lines, or did you cheat and go to places before the con opened?
I cheated twice. I was right across from Gnome Hollow. It was the op and then some thing and then us. So I was right there. And then I won't say it because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. But I did stand in line at Robin's Burger. It was not a long line. It was long enough while I was walking around because I actually left the booth a couple times this year, which I normally don't do. But I wanted to grab a couple of these Robin's Burger games. Where are they?
Nice.
I think they're on this side. These over here.
Oh yeah. Did you get every game from KTBG?
No, I did not actually. So I went over and saw Helena. I had a surprise for Helena. She's brought me at the gathering. She brought me the Cadbury eggs. I love the Cadbury eggs from Canada, so she's brought me them. So she made a post before Gen Con, a couple weeks before Gen Con, that it was really just quick, determined post. And it was about the Ruffles cheddar and sour cream chips. Mm-hmm. And she said they're the best chips, no competition. So I bought a family-sized bag. And the first thing I did was go over to her row, and I went to her booth to say hi, and I surprised her with the chips. And then I walked 3 aisles back to the booth, and I had 5 bags of shit. So I went right back to the booth, and I was like, I can't leave the booth. This is why I don't leave. I need to stay in the booth. And yeah. But so she had Cafe Barra selling out, Maki Master sold out, Deep Sea sold out. What was the other one? What's the other one?
I don't think that's the way you say that, Stephen.
Cafe Barra, Maki Master, Deep Sea. What's the other one? There's another.
Sorry, what were you saying?
The
Maki Master?
The 4 main titles. No, Maki Master, Cafe Barras, the Endeavor Deep Sea, and whatever. They
don't have Layers out yet, right?
Layers was not out. Layers was for promo or for demo. What was the other one? Whatever the other big one was for them, sold out. Like she sold out of all of them. Yes, at one point that's true because we sold out of charcuterie. We sold out of Stuff of Legend. We almost sold out of Mission Control.
Wow.
So yes, Dice Veggies. No, maybe they sold out, but I did see some on Sunday.
Hey, Matt.
What's the other one? Maki Master, Cafe Barras. I have my list.
While we try to watch Mike's neurons fire, why don't you?
Massilia. Massilia sold out.
The mushroom one, yeah.
Yeah. So they had a great.
Rock Hard.
A great con. Yeah, that sold out quick. Boop the Halls from Smirk and Dagger sold out. There was another one, a Hi-Fi from Smirk and Dagger sold out. So there were a lot of. You see it when you've gone before and you know how things like there's a buzz about some stuff. I felt like this year there was a buzz about a lot of stuff and a lot of stuff was selling out. But I think that helped spread out the 70,000 people that were there. But those that had a thing. Like Jason's booth, Jason from Syracuse with Hachette, he had a line around the booth and to the back wall from halfway up the aisle.
Wow.
And last year it was all like he told me from last year's results, it was all about Sky Team. People showed up and they wanted to buy Sky Team. And then that was it. So everybody in the line was Sky Team. So what he could do was like, all right, look, I have 100 for the day. He went through the line. He went to 100. He's like, that's all I have. Sorry. But this year they had so many that were on the list. The Moon Game, Seaside, which is here. Where's Seaside? Seaside was one of the other ones that sold out. What happened?
I think. Oh.
What happened? Why are you crying?
I think I played Seaside at the Gathering with you.
With the wooden ships and everything.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, there was a Lorcana line. There was one of the treasure troves or something that people wanted, and they were lining up at 6:30 in the morning, and they had to get there, to get it because it was crazy. So there were things that had bonkers lines, and there were things that people were running for. So yeah, it was the typical kind of craziness and wackiness that you expect from a Gen Con and from a release. But there were a lot of good releases. There's a lot of good stuff now. It's not just 5 titles that everybody wants and people still have them meandering, still have them thinking, still seeing what I want to buy and waiting till whenever. But some of the stuff, yep, there were also things outside the room. Oh, so anyway, with Hachette, everybody that was standing in line was buying something different. So there were the people that were going for Sky Team. There were people that were going for Seaside. Then there were the people that were going for the Moon Game. And like there were, it couldn't just go down the list and be like, oh, that's all you're getting. Like I only have that many. It was the Chronologic was another one that was selling out. Loot was another one that people were going for. So they had.
You have any of these games? Why don't you show them as you're talking about them, if you do?
I have a few. So Seaside is fantastic. I think it's in Barnes & Noble. I played this one 2 years ago at the Gathering, and I'm so happy that it's out. But the game's fantastic.
I lost horribly at that game, and I can't wait to play it again.
Yeah, you're not very good at it. It had a canvas bag, and what you do is you pull from the bag one of these tiles, and you decide if you want one side or the other. But unlike Captain Flip, you can look and figure out which one you want, and they all score differently. Like crabs go to the center, beach come to you. Like there's shells, there's seagulls that go after the stuff. So depending on what you decide to do, it's going to help. And then the scoring of it is fantastic. Whatever you've accumulated through the game, you stack up into one stack, and whoever has the tallest stack wins. It's not like you have to do math and do, try and figure out points and stuff. It's literally just your stack of whatever you have.
And it's like different powers letting you get other things, right? As you go.
Yeah. Depending on what you want, what you put in there. Yep. It was great. Middle Ages, I didn't get. Yeah, the Gang was another one that people were going for. That sold out a lot.
I don't even know about that.
Hey,
one.
Billy. Good to see you.
Is that one that we covered in our episode 2?
No, the Gang, I think we passed over. The Gang is the crew. It's the next crew.
Oh, okay.
But it's not the space in the deep sea or whatever. It's
right.
Different. Yeah, Nikojima was another one that was at the Hachette booth that kept selling out. Yeah, it was crazy. So the other one I got from the Hachette boot was Loot. Like if I start taking these down, they're all gonna fall.
Yeah, take them all down. Make them fall. It'll be funny.
Yeah, thanks.
Don't you have some to your right? You could start there.
Well, you said to talk about the one when I was talking about the one.
Okay. Talk about it. Hold on, wait, bring it back.
I hate you. There were a lot that I was talking about from my list that I got too, so very exciting. So here's Loot. Loot's beautiful.
Oh yeah. We looked at that one. That looks cool.
It's got great art. Very simple. It's got the 1, 2, 3 on the back, which is fantastic.
It's a little glary, but yep. There you go.
There you go.
Nice. I like that logo. I like it when logos are less just a font and more of an art,
Yeah, it looks like a boat, right? Looks like a dragon boat. Yeah. So Loot and Seaside were ones that were on my list. I'm very excited to get that one. This one I talked to you about. Am I going into the games now? Is that what I'm doing?
Yeah. Go to games. Do it.
So Shadow House was one I talked about on the preview show. And this is the guy told me about how it plays, but the reason I wanted this one is they said there were ever changing roles. So that there's this one role you're trying to find out, but it's changing throughout the game. So also it's one of those companies we talk about, Blue Orange, that doesn't fail. Like every one of them has been good for me anyway. So this one I'm very excited about.
Yeah, we talked about that one.
That
one looks pretty fun. Show the back of that one.
They changed. I'm actually looking at it for the first time.
Why don't we all look at it for the first time?
Yeah, well, because I can read what it says here without having to fumble through it. They added a 1 versus all version, which the other ones don't have.
Okay.
And they changed these a little bit. I don't know if these are glow in the dark. I wish they are. I hope they are. But one of the things
new version they're asking.
Reprint? Yeah, it's an anniversary edition.
Ah.
But I got to see if they glow in the dark. I hope they do.
They look like it. Yeah.
Piero is great. I love his art, but Brian Yu is a fantastic designer. And I remember I got this. Is that glow in the dark? Oh my God. I don't think it is. I think it is actually. It feels like it is. So anyway, I got this when it was in German. I remember watching somebody when BGG was streaming from Essen all those years ago, that this came on, and I adored the concept, and I ended up tracking it because it was only released in Germany. So I have the German version, and then they released a North American one. Like same thing with Nunatak. There was a German version that Wes brought back from Essen, and then I got the English edition just at Gencon this year. But the game's super fun. It really was. So now I have this, and it won Spiel.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm happy about this one. It was 20.
Eric's asking if you got the new Sushi Go, the 10-year anniversary one.
I didn't. Sushi Go is okay. I didn't get the anniversary one.
I think it's a pretty decent game. I wouldn't have gotten the bigger one. I like to see it just because I love looking at the
Yeah.
But I like the game.
Yeah.
I take it out sometimes.
Oh, that's a good one. I bought another copy of Sausage Sizzle from Chad. Because the game's fantastic. If you don't, we've talked about it. We played it on the show. But I also I ended up getting the Green Team Wins Holiday.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so we'll play this one when we get closer to the holidays. We'll play this one on the show at some point.
You see the comment?
No, what? Flip game is yes, yeah. The other thing I got at Chad's booth was Witchcraft.
Nice.
It's on my list. Yeah,
almost got a theme here.
The what?
Almost got a theme here. The haunted house one you just did. The ghost one. The rolls one.
Halloween's coming up too, right? But look at the art.
Yeah, it's nice and glary.
It's not that glary. I hope not. Anyway. So yeah, this was.
Is Witchcraft solo?
Solo? It is. It's one player.
Well, that'll be easy to play.
Yeah. But that was on my list.
Does your sausage sizzle? It's not that kind of show.
I know. My sausage.
Did you get that game? The sausage.
Yeah. So sausage sizzle is what they call like a cookout or a barbecue in Australia.
Yeah, but there's a game, right?
Yeah.
Sausage sizzle. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it. There you go. Nice.
We played on the show.
Yeah, but you just got it.
I got this bad boy.
That's cool.
So it's got the colorway of Sully, the purple and blue.
Yeah. Which
I think Luca will like, but it's got the magnet that you put under your sleeve and then you put him on your shoulder.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so I think hopefully he'll like it. From the Smirk and Dagger booth, I ended up with this game. This was one that I wanted to get. Like it was on my list of I need to get it.
Yep, we talked about that one. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm happy I got that one.
Eric says that the stuffed animal looks like a Lucas painting.
Yeah. That's why I got it. They had Genevieve too, the Gencon dragon. But when I saw the colorway, and there were a lot of people. These were limited, but there were a lot of people wearing this one. And when I saw the purple blue, I figured, I think it's just too cute.
I remember one year they had, I think this was this convention, maybe it was a Comic-Con or something, but they had like little dragons, and people would have little kind of sticks that they would kind of move them a little bit with them. You remember that? They set on the shoulder.
Yeah, Ren. I have one. I got one at a Ren fair. They had two.
Oh, okay.
One would do the wings, and one would do the neck and wings and tail. One would do the neck and the head.
See, you don't have a problem with puppets.
I controlled it.
Yeah, that puppet.
It didn't move by itself. It didn't move. If you had that on your hand and you were moving it, those would be clips that I would share with a lot of people. Two, I know you're moving it. If it's moving by itself, that's the problem.
He only moves at night. We're fine for a while. Hurry up.
I got a game that I was not leaving the con without.
Oh, right. Yep. A whole frog.
Very, very excited to have Murray the Asshole Frog. And they did something that was very cool.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Right? I like that thinking ahead.
Sure.
But you have a hand of cards. I didn't know anything about it. And I walked up, he's like, "You let me tell you how to play it?" I'm like, "Nope. I just want to buy it." I'm good.
As a game maker, sleevers are the bane of my existence, but it's okay.
Yeah, people card games, especially if you're like cockroach poker, if the cards are dinged and you know what they are, like it's just not.
Sure.
Yeah. Lost in Adventure was a game that was on the list that we talked about. It's about a labyrinth, like trying to get out of the labyrinth. Oh, it's over here. Trying to get out of the labyrinth, and you're placing cars, trying to go around.
All right. I don't remember that one very much.
Yeah,
I remember the name, but I don't remember talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks fun. Captain Obvious is right here.
Yeah, I could tell that.
Yeah. So the Lucky Duck booth is right across from us. So I got
all the booths right across from you.
Lucky Duck is right across from us. Yeah. So this is actually their studio. They're not. They usually they work with us to get games into foreign markets, and
right.
They work with Flamecraft and they work with us as well. But this is actually from their studio. So
that's a design from their studio, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
That's cool.
I'm excited about
that. Is that something we could play on the show sometime?
I don't know if there's hidden information. I don't think so. There's something about writing. You roll a die, you do something with a number. So it says write as obvious sentence as possible. So the example is, "My cat loves to eat fish." Okay. Then how did I not see Becca Scott at Lucky Duck?
I don't know. They were right across from you.
We're taking a picture. Then you pass your board to your neighbor and you take one from another. Then you try to make the sentence not obvious anymore and then read out the incomplete sentence. And then all other players must try to guess the missing word. Oh, so in the example is you take out the word fish. And then they have to fill in. You get points on it if you fill it in correctly. I don't know. That could be fun. Then while I was there, one of the other games that we showed on the show, we highlighted on the show, that makes more sense. That was over at Lucky Duck was Nestlings.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You talked about that one on your list, I think.
I don't know. Is it easier for me to tilt down or tilt up? I feel like I can't see.
Tilt down. Because then there you go.
That's tilting up.
Yeah. Now don't move for the rest of the show.
You got it. So, yeah, this was one.
That looks pretty good.
So I'm excited about this one. This one looks fun. We'll see. Components are great. It looks beautiful.
You got a comment down here?
Hey, Stefan. Yeah, it was too short. It's a totally different. I could take the shrink wrap off, but that means it would be opened. And I want to open it and play with them all.
The minute I get a game, I open it, punch all the things.
speaking of opening games, I did open Flock Together.
Oh, nice.
So that's got Bosley art.
Yep.
And the components, it's fully cooperative. And the player boards have the spiral bound books that you're flipping.
Nice.
But the boards, like, talk about forward thinking, the boards have a space in them, like in the dual layer for the spiral. So it fits into your board. And it has chicken dice.
Oh yeah, you showed me those pictures. That's
So
adorable.
there's the face, there's the top, there's the feet, and then it's got a right wing and a left wing and a butthole.
Of course.
Yep.
So you can roll buttholes.
Yeah, they come in the game. Like they're in the game, but I had to get extra because you can use them with anything else. So I'm excited about. I mean, look at that. That's the inside cover.
That's cool. Yeah. I like when they do that.
This one looks really pretty. It looks fun. I hope it's. The thing with co-ops, we've talked about it before. Like you have that opportunity to be a quarterback throughout co-op games. So yeah. I hope you do have control over what you're doing on your board. So hopefully. Sacred Valley was at North Star. I know we talked about Sacred Valley on the show. Yep. It's got the alpaca meeples.
See white blobs.
What?
They look like white blobs, yeah.
Okay. So Sacred Valley came home. And then thanks to Eric got me both Noon Attack and Guardlings before they sold out. We talked about Guardlings on the show as well. It was on my list of stuff to get, but it's got this card system where you're placing the cards and you're matching them up, like to get gems or trinkets or I don't know what they are, but it's got a card system where you're trying to match.
You say rickets?
Trinkets?
Trinkets. That's different.
Yeah. Not rickets.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, it was good to see you too. Thanks for coming to the soiree. I appreciate it. And Dinos was a hit. People got to play the Dino game from Andrew, digging for dinos at the soiree. That was fun. That was a nice break from things too. It was chaos. Like having people come into the booth, like that's it's going to happen, and it was definitely much busier. And charcuterie is popular, so people were asking about questions. But I've said it before. I think having charcuterie doing well is now putting the other games in the forefront. So people wanted to know more about the Stuff of Legend and Mission Control. So it was a busy booth. But Saturday's event, the soiree, was killer. It was so much fun. We had a bunch of special guests that came, like Eric and Alicia were there, and Andrew was there, and Daryl and Erica. Like the list goes on. But we started off with a little bit of like who we are, like who 3WS is, where they come from, like how they started, and then where we are now with the stuff we're working on. And then we went into a group teach of charcuterie to teach the entire room because that was the first thing we were going to do. And I asked them to serve the first course. And from behind the screen that we had the presentation on, we had waiters seating people. They asked how many were in your party. They had the jackets on. They were taking you to your table, right? And then when I asked everybody to serve the main course, they came out from behind the screen with charcuterie on the list. You were on. There was a picture I posted of it. They came out with charcuterie under a cloche on a silver plate, and they put it down. And then when everybody had it, we opened up the cloche, and from then on, it was just. I think it was super fun. Yeah,
I think cloche is a new word for me. I didn't know that was what those called.
Yeah, we might have a game in the future that has a cloche in it. So yeah, it was a fun change of pace from the chaos. Like we had our dinners, and Gencon is a different type of monster, right? Like you at Origins, you've heard me talk about the after hours and being able to play games with Andrew and the Rundown folks and Eric, and just having fun after hours because it's just easier. And Gen Con is not easy. Everything is so full. Like it's just finding a place to have our meeting on Wednesday is a chore. Hotels are constantly packed. Every table has something on it. So it's a different type of convention for sure. So having that Saturday soiree was a really good change of pace. Tremendous feedback from those that were in the room and those that heard about what happened in the room. And then we had a bunch of social media folks posting about it. And I had, where's the thing? Oh, here. Covered it with some stuff. I had some of these to give away to people.
Nice.
Little laser engraved, you can't really tell. It's engraved anyway.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, but little, like, that's my phone. Oh, that's not good. That's better, right?
Yeah, it's a good size.
Yeah. So we had those to give away. Like it was a really fun event, not only to tell people more about who we are and what we do and what we have coming, like little previews of stuff that's in the works, but to hang out with people as well in that hall, which was nice because it's hard to do at Gen Con. It's so busy and there's so much going on. So yeah, that was fun. Thanks, Andrew. Yeah, it was a good time. We had a good time.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, it sounds like a really good idea. It's a good way to promote and get to know people and all that.
Yeah. Eric almost won everything that we gave away that night. It was ridiculous.
I was going to ask because he mentioned that he has more games than you back there just from winning.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Yeah. So what we did was the winner of charcuterie at each table got to take the copy of the game home. So it's a brand new game, and the winner got to take it.
Yeah, it's used.
Then we had a raffle, and we had there were tickets, like you got a door prize kind of thing. It wasn't rigged. It really wasn't rigged. Then we had whoever had the highest score of the night got a thing, which Eric was nice enough to give to somebody else. But he won almost everything that was out there for that evening. It was ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well done.
Funny. Like there was no way Eric's name got pulled, and it was. But it was good. It was an overall. And then that was Saturday night. It went till 10 o'clock. So we got back to the room, and you're exhausted from going from 8 in the morning, and then did it all again on Saturday. And Saturday was the busiest day. Thursday was really busy. It felt busy, but it was day one. Saturday, I'm pretty sure was much busier. Oh yeah. Well, next year we'll do the guy with the biggest beard. How's that? No, that would be John Bankert. Bankert would have won. You wouldn't have even won that, Mike. Sorry.
Next year, go with the boldest guy.
Yeah, there you go. I won the copy of at the table. Oh, that was nice of you. I won the raffle, and I was the second highest score and gave that away too. Right. I had two signed.
Give enough away. It's like, you get a charcuterie. You get a charcuterie.
It was funny.
Cool.
Yeah, so that was Saturday or Friday, and Saturday was crazy. It's just a crazy show. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
Tim doesn't have one of these.
That Star Wars cosplay would have went to Tim.
What do you cosplay as?
Lobot.
Was he wearing actual headphones? No, but that'd be funny.
That would be funny. He was not though.
I just watched Empire Strikes Back again the other day.
They had did you see the marathon on last night?
Oh no.
When we got to the hotel and checked in and everything, it was Force Awakens. There was just a scene in the Force Awakens when they were on Jakku and they were running. And then I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm not going to get any sleep. And then in the bottom right of the TV, it's like, you're in the middle of a Star Wars marathon. I'm like, well, fuck. Now I'm not going to get any sleep.
I mean, all Star Wars is Star Wars marathons because why stop?
Sure.
What about any other games that you want to? I mean, you probably don't want to go through each one, I guess, but any of those that you want to poke at?
Yeah.
Say, look at these.
They were all the ones I wanted. Like, not all the ones I wanted. There were a lot of the ones that I wanted on the list, and then there were some like compile that it's a 2-player card game that is in this box. It looked really cool. How the way the game is playing looks really, really good. It looks different. It looks fun, and you're playing to a row of stuff, and the cards have abilities on it, and all the cards have like foil, like not spot UV, but foil on the cards. It looks good. But that was an impulse buy. I
Why
got
the
another
clamshell?
which I told you.
Why the clamshell?
I don't know. I hate it. I hate it.
Wait, is there a book in with it? Oh no,
No,
that's just the cardboard behind it. Okay.
Yeah, it's the insert.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to get rid of that.
That's going away for sure. I got that game. They also had a consignment shop, like a not a flea market, but a consignment shop, and it had a declining balance every day. It was Thursday to Saturday, and then if you went in on Thursday, it was X price, and if you went in on Friday, it was Y price if it was still there. And I ended up getting. Remember, we had Pat Marino on the show from the op, and he was talking about cold water crown and freshwater fly. I was in there, and they had not only the base game of cold water, but they had the expansion for it, and they had freshwater.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
I ended up getting those, and then I got another copy of First Empire. Of course, this painter's tape is all over the box. I've talked about this on the show before as well. It's done by the Days of Wonder crew. I love painter's tape. Painter's tape is fantastic. That ripping is the paper, not the box, just so you know. But this one, we've talked about this one on the show. It's beautiful. What are they saying? I saw my name on all those things. I was overwhelmed walking into that room. I was overwhelmed. I really was. There was a lot. Not only were there were like 5 or 6 rows of stuff on top of the table. There were rows of stuff under the table. Like it was like one row underneath, so you didn't have to go digging, but there was stuff behind the other stuff. Like there was so much stuff in that room. It was unreal. Yeah, the Dice Miner Deluxe. Shannon got a copy of Bora Bora, that Feld game that I adore, for $50.
Nice.
Yeah, it was crazy. I did get Open Season, which we talked about on the show. It's the one with the heads of the adventurers that you're hanging on the wall.
Right. It's funny.
Yep.
You play the monsters, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot. Like this one sold out at Origins from Fireside Ultimatch. I talked about that one.
Yeah.
It's a quick little $10 game, so I picked it up before it sold out this year. Ziggurat we talked about. The new Horrified. Oh, Garden Heist. We talked about this one too. This one's Ravensburger. So the idea is your raccoons. Hold on. I just want to make sure I say it right.
Raccoons is how you say it.
Your raccoons. Yeah. But you're raccoons, and you're hiding in the garden behind these trees.
Okay.
And then at some point, this player is peeking out of the house trying to catch you.
Okay.
Kind of like the Shadows in the Forest, or the
they have to get it right in right angle or whatever.
So you got to make a move. It says you make a move. For number 1, the raccoons make a move, and then 2, the gardener looks out the window and picks an obstacle. And then any raccoon that finds a treasure and doesn't get spotted earns a point. So you're trying to hide behind something. And then you open up the thing and you look at what's out there and you pick something. And if there's a raccoon behind it, they got caught or something like that. It looks really fun. It looks really fun. It was on the list of stuff I definitely had to have. So
what's above Intent to Kill?
The Chronicles of Light.
Oh, okay. That looks like a smaller box than I thought it'd be. It looks smaller than standard, right?
Yeah, that's a regular size box.
Oh, is it standard? Okay.
I mean, it's not a 12.
297 by 297.
No, it's less than the Flock Together box. It's less than a standard. Even Fall was not there when I went looking.
Even fall.
I wanted to get that was another one we talked about on the show that I wanted, but it wasn't there when I went looking. Yeah,
I think I actually saw that in I think I actually saw that in a store that I went to.
Even Fall. That's
Yeah.
the one remember with the portals and the tree. We looked
Yeah.
at it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I saw
want
it. Saw it at a game store.
So yeah, I got a lot of stuff, man. I got a lot of stuff.
Not jealous at all. I can't see what that emoticon is, but
Yeah, it didn't come up.
I did.
I went to Flat River. I didn't see it there. Damn it! It might have been sold out by the time I got there. Like when I actually went to, because I ended up getting what did I get from there? Compile was from there. What else was from there?
I see you got the Horrified I already have. Ha ha ha.
The Horrified, yeah. They didn't have any promo. I asked.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, no promo.
I mean, what a time to have a promo though, because Cthulhu and Yeti and yeah.
Yep.
All right, and I know you got your Ziggurat one with the ice thing.
Yeah, I got the pins from there too. They were giving out free pins.
Oh, nice.
And I got my Gnome Hollow pin. And I got
John got Forges of Ravenshire.
Nice. Yeah,
and Cities. Cities looks good.
Cities was another one that sold out when I got there. I didn't ever like so some of the booths sold out. They didn't give a shit. They sold it. And some of the booths keep stuff because not everybody can get there on Thursday and families on Sunday. So some people kept some, but when I did go out, the Cities was gone. And I know Smirk and Dagger they just sold the stuff, but it was available on the website. Like you can go on the website and get it. And they were offering free shipping and stuff like that. So
which thing did he need? Was it the Simon Death May Die Godzilla promo?
Oh, I didn't see that at all.
Can't read today.
I got the Jewels of the Emperor Penguin, which is another one we talked about.
Yep.
I got that, and I got they had a little.
Yes, it happened.
Yeah.
That's all I needed. See you.
In that world that I also picked up, but they got Flapjacks and Sasquatches, the dice game.
Right. Those two things normally go together.
Yeah. Looks super fun. And I'm pretty sure.
You opening the game?
That's the back of the box.
Oh.
They had that.
Do they have the oh, that's interesting. Just a page on the back, huh?
Yeah. So this is a deluxe edition that comes with the wooden chips. It comes with a buffalo plaid dice bag. It comes with a buffalo plaid dice tray.
FNF dice game? I don't know what that was.
Because, this is necessary. But look at the dice. I don't even know if it's going to show.
Is it going to have a chicken butthole in it?
It's not. I can show that one again.
That's pretty cool.
There are flapjacks in there.
Yep, I see that.
With the butter on top. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I had pancakes today.
There you go. And now you can have dice that go along with it. So yeah, this one looks.
They should make dice to tell you how many pancakes you can have that day.
You should.
Because I need something to limit the amount of pancakes I eat.
It's usually your stomach that lets you know you're done.
It's always one more than one less than I did eat.
I'm with you on that one. Yeah, so that was also. I don't know who was at the booth. I didn't get their names, but the couple or the two people that were there, they were super nice people. Some of the nicer people that I met at the show.
Who was the meanest person you met at the show?
West. I think West was probably the meanest person.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
I would say.
It's always going on and on about no pink flamingos at the show.
Yeah, more flamingos needed. I got the Pin Bazaar. I think it's number 26 of the ones that they had, but I got that one. Can you see it? It's got Genevieve on the microphone doing
Oh
a
yeah,
podcast.
GTN.
Yep, that's from Tim. I don't know did Tim give it to me? Tim might have given it to me. Mike might have, but I think it was Tim from the Board Game Rundown. So that's the network that they're a part of.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was good by that. And then our friend Matt over at Envy Born Games had a really cool pin in gold,
Nice.
which I like, and he had
You got a lot of bling.
a wooden one. Oh, it's upside down.
Oh, is that a stamp?
It's wood. It's
Oh,
a wooden pin.
It was upside down. Okay, I was like, wait, the letters are backwards. That's nice.
Yeah, I like that one. So I got some
What do you
bling.
do with all those pins?
I put them on lanyards and I put them on like stuff that hangs everywhere. I got a bunch. My gathering badge has Tantrum on it. The 2 pins that Matt made that says I make cool shit. I publish cool shit and creative as fuck or creative AF. I have those on the badge thing. There was a game. I need to look into it. I don't know anything about it. Wes brought me over to it and they had sold out by the time I got there. But it's called Burn the Fort. Have you heard about this one?
No.
So it looks beautiful. Like the production value of it looks great. The idea is there's a fort and you got to protect the fort kind of thing. It looks great. Go check it out. I don't know. I don't know the people. I'm not like getting anything for it. It looks awesome. So I'm looking into it. Like that was one of the things that walking away from the convention that I want to check out and know more about. It looks really, really cool. Like really well done. There's also another game. I wish I had taken a picture. I might have taken a picture. I don't think I did. On one of the mornings, Saturday morning, I believe it was, I took
indigenous peoples.
Yeah. Like it looks beautiful. So one of the mornings I was doing a call with the kids, and you know how Luca loves dinosaurs. Right across from us, I didn't take a picture of it, did I? God damn it. I'll post a link at some point. But right across from us, there was a game called Dino Sitters. And the art it was just cute. Like the art was cute. So I went over and looked at it, and it had dual layer boards. It had cute meeples. The bits were great. Everything about it looked like just stellar. And it was pre-order only, and it's coming out in like 5 to 6 months. But the people there were they're really nice, and the game looks great. So two of the things that I ordered that one, and I got to go check out this one. But the 2 there that stuck with me, looking around all the other things that were available, were the Burn the Fort and Dino Sitters. And I'll put a link up so you guys can check them out. But those are the 2 that I didn't get that I want to get that isn't available like right now. Those are the 2 that I'm looking into. So
cool.
Yeah, they look great. That was it. I mean, I could continue to talk, but that was it. We did the honey expansion. Did I tell you about the honey expansion?
The what expansion?
The honey expansion for charcuterie.
For charcuterie. You mentioned it, but yeah, tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, that came out. So here's the punch.
How come I don't have it?
You have to come up to Syracuse to get it.
That's your excuse for everything.
I know. So it's a honey pot. It's got the little 3WS logo on the nod.
Nice.
But yeah, this goes down, and then the string goes on it. And at the end of the game, you pull up a string. These are tied. I'm not untying them. You pull up one string, and then on your board, you lower it to your board, drizzling honey on the pieces, and then you get points based on what is touching and then what is not touching, or what is touching. So negative points if it's touching those 3 icons, the dips, the meat, and the veggies, and then you get +1 if it's touching the fruit, the cheese, and the bread.
Who doesn't like honey on their meat?
And bookmarked. Oh,
Great.
We couldn't create a marker.
Got away with it.
Come on. Damn it.
Mwahaha. Don't write it down.
Yeah, write it down. Write it down.
No, that's cool. I need to get the honey Is it just the honey expansion or honey pot?
It's this. It's the card with the points.
Okay.
It's the pot. Punch
Those
board.
strings look kind of like the tassel strings on a graduation hat.
Yeah. It had to have a little bit. There were a couple things we had to test. Like I went to Joann Fabrics and looked at a bunch of different options for string, but it had to have a little bit of like bendability to it. But it couldn't have been. It can't be too much because it would have to stay on the piece. But it couldn't be too light because you didn't want to drip it and then have it move around.
Right.
So there had to be a good consistency. And the manufacturer and this is why we use who we use. Every one of the strings, I don't know if it's even going to translate. They knotted the end of it.
Oh, that's good.
So they won't fray,
That's all right. I don't need your expansion. I'll just use real honey.
You could do that and make it a legacy game. I'll get you a honey expansion. Don't worry. Sam, how you doing, buddy? It was great to see you.
I'll just need a new game.
Send me that picture of us. So, I can show off a few pictures of the con as well.
Can you?
I can. Our friend Keith didn't make it this year. He had other stuff and just a scheduling thing, but he was there in spirit as his character from Mission Control Sundown. Shannon was taking pictures.
You know what's really weird is I went into a game shop and saw Keith there. Here in Houston.
How?
I don't know, but they had a cutout of him. He was about this big, waist up, and it was next to one of your games. I can't remember which one. Well, I mean, I guess for Mission Control. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd have to be Mission Control. I don't know how they got a cutout.
I don't either. I was like, hey, that's Keith. It was really weird.
That's cool.
So tell him he's been to Houston.
I'd get a picture of it if you can.
Mike's worried that you're going to show that picture of him.
Which picture?
I don't know.
Oh, no, I didn't take any. I didn't take a bad one.
Rob says you didn't get a picture.
No, we didn't take I didn't take a lot of pictures this year. I honestly don't. If it wasn't of the booth, I really didn't take many. Like the one of me and Eric and Alicia, they took. I didn't even take it.
Is he saying you're taller than he thought?
Maybe me, which is great because I'm short as shit. I didn't take many pictures of the food either. This went really well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You get a lot of people to play that one, right?
Yeah. We had two characters out in the booth. We had the deer and we had the frog from the game.
That's the mosaic one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, those are cool.
So that was grabbing a lot of people's attention. And then the game itself, although I had a little table for like media and press and pitches, it was right by this banner. So people were stopping by and they wanted to know a lot about it. Which is
you had it for sale?
No, just for a demo. Really, I was showing it off to media, but we're starting Kickstarter in November, so we were like launching a little bit of a launch. That was Dave Rodriguez in a little chef suit with some fake bread.
Oh, it's fake.
It was fake, but I actually have it. Here's a video of everybody coming in. Wait. Yeah. Is that it? Yeah.
I like our high quality presentation here. Just hold the phone up to the camera. That was even better. Perfect timing. Yeah. This is the zombie horde that you see whenever you work there, right?
So before they start,
I haven't even left yet.
This is actually to the side of us. This is the side entrance, like where the exhibitor
it's not even the big one where they come pouring in.
The main one. This is the side now, and right next to, like, here we are, right next to the door, and the op is right on the other side of this hallway. So people wanted to get in to look at Gnome Hollow on this side, but yeah, I've worked mostly in the back of the hall, and whenever they open the doors, you know it because you hear in the distance the hordes of people coming, and then you start seeing them spill in between
hallways and stuff. It's pretty crazy. And within 30 seconds, you're covered in people.
Yep. I think wasn't Eric, didn't you say that? Yeah, you said you were in this video.
Oh, that's funny. Just look for the tallest guy.
Yeah, you'll be able to find the tallest man in the line. I think I see him back there already. Yep. Is that him right there?
There you go.
There he goes.
Did Mike DeVito do the art for Canvas Critters?
Yeah, and Alicia's waving. Oh, that's awesome. Eric's not giving us. Come on. Oh, how did that happen?
You have a question. Did Mike DeVito do the art for Canvas Critters, Mike?
No. Her name is Nora. The artist for Canvas Critters' name is Nora. But DeVito did. Nope, don't do that. Damn it. DeVito did the mosaic, the mascot for QSCon. DeVito's brother Tony did the sketch, and then DeVito put it all together and did the shadowing and the art and everything.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's Eric and Alicia.
That's great.
Yeah. So yeah, and a bunch of prototypes. We had this little. We had this little booth over here, it was like a half wall with the tablecloth and to make it look like a bistro.
Nice.
That's where we were demoing.
You didn't have the mission
the simulator? No.
Yeah, the big circle thing.
No.
Control mission.
Yeah, so I got a bunch of these pictures too of charcuterie and then the pile just dwindling.
Yep.
Away. So that was really
fun
fun.
Pictures to take.
I did. So the op did something really cool this year and something I wanted to do for a while. But they went up because there's no more room in the hall. If you've been there, the hall is just bonkers. There's so many people and there really is no room for anyone anymore. They can't expand a lot. So the op did a second layer to their booth. There was a top floor to it.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's cool.
So Sunday night or Sunday afternoon, Wes and I met with Ray. I believe their name is Ray or Ray. I forgot her name. Anyway, she was a sweetheart and took us through Gnome Hollow. And we did a video for Friday's show from the top to show what's going on. But the first day I went up there, you can tell I'm fried, man. This is the view from up top.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
And obviously, things have calmed down. This is midday. It's not crazy. You can see the craziness, but it's not everyone coming in at the same time.
Yeah, it's nuts that's calmed down.
Yeah.
It still takes a little while to get down those halls.
Yeah. Took a few pictures of that.
Skyscrapers.
That was really fun. We had assholes in the booth all week. One of the days.
That's hilarious.
Yep. That was really fun.
I was like, all right, who in the chat are you about to show a picture of?
There's the table.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's nice to not have to worry about people hovering over you while you're looking at stuff.
Yeah, yeah. That was the front. The things we had in the front of the booth.
Oh, so you do have pictures with Mike.
I got pictures of Mike. Yeah, yeah. That was my table all weekend.
Nice.
That I got to show off all the things that
are those walking carrots? What is that?
They're just carrots.
I hope they're carrots.
The theme for that card was vegetable, and somebody had made carrots. I got, thanks to one of the guys in the booth, Adam took my copy of Nunatak over to the Cosmos booth to get. I saw Kane walking the hall and told him how much in love I am with the game, and he recognized my name. He's like, "Oh, I've seen you post about it. Like, thanks so much." And I'm like, "It's not bullshit. Like, the game, I really enjoy the game. It's probably the game I've played the most of this year already." And then had he not told me that he and Quanchai were going to be at the booth signing, I wouldn't have. I had no idea. So Adam took my copy and got it signed by Kane, and that's Quanchai right there.
That's cool.
Signing the game, yeah.
That's
So
cool.
that was super fun.
Designer and artist sign. That's nice.
Speaking of artists and having things, while I was away, Luca decided he wanted to paint his face.
All right, let's see. What do we see on his face?
Good job on that one, buddy.
It's watercolor. It's fine.
There's a picture of the rundown folks all doing the whole you take a selfie, I take a selfie, and I took a picture of them all taking selfies of each other.
I saw that.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah. So that was super fun. The soiree was, I had to dress up for the soiree, so I wore my bow tie.
Swanky.
Yeah, because I had to do that, right?
Why didn't you give me that picture for the thumbnail of the show?
Because why would I do that? Why would I give that for you to use?
Fine. I'll just hold on. Let me bookmark this.
Yeah. Those are some guests of ours. That's Danny and Grant that have been on the show. They were there. A highlight for me, which was really cool, was for those that watched Shut Up and Sit Down. Matt was there. Matt came to the soiree, so I was kind of super excited to meet him in person for the first time. So that was neat. I didn't. Oh, so there's the cloches.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, and under each one of those is the game, and then we had a line of people outside that were there for the soiree. Those were our hosts that were sitting people as people came into the soiree, and sat you to the table and asked how many were in your party and stuff like that, which was really fun. And then we had a presentation up on the screen, and then behind the screen were those cloches, and that's when everybody came out with the game to put on the table. Why is that one so not good? Oh, that's it. It's really pixelated, which goes with the theme. But that's the rundown folks playing charcuterie at their table.
Oh, that's fun.
And then what else do I have?
It matches because you just went all pixelated as well.
Oh, there it is. I got a cleaner one.
Yeah, but now you're all pixelated. I know it's a little better. Try now. Cool.
Yeah, that was it from the evening. From the soiree evening, anyway.
That's pretty cool.
It was a good time. We had super fun with it. Like I said, it broke up a lot of the monotony of just being in the booth. That was the backside of the seating area.
Oh,
for
nice.
What was
the soiree? What night was it on?
Friday night.
That's a good night for it.
Yeah, it was from 8 to 10 on Friday night, so it was really good. There are a lot of, you might not know some of the people because I talk about 3WS all the time, but that was the four of us in our chef's coats. It looks like I'm trying to protect my nuts from Dave hitting me, which is not what I was doing. We were actually trying to do a serious face. We were going to take a serious photo and we were going to take a laughing photo, but Kenny didn't understand what serious photo meant.
He's seriously happy to be there.
We were all seriously happy to be there for sure. And then we had the booth, everyone that helped us out at the show was there.
Why are you and Michael sitting there like you're about to get married? They're about to lift your chairs up and.
Remember I said there was an announcement I can't make?
Oh, right.
Yeah. A bunch of booth pictures. We had, this was really cool. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, but we had a couple Samuses. I don't know. Cosplay come by the booth.
Nice.
Yeah. The person in this costume.
Yep.
I remember. I don't know if you remember last year or the year before. I had a picture of the Master Chief in the Mission Control booth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the same cosplayer
Oh,
that
okay,
did
cool.
the Master Chief was Samus. It was really cool. They look
They
really
do
cool.
really cool outfits or costumes.
I did take a couple pictures of stuff. Oh, I got Ryan, Mike, and I took a picture with Sundown. You know Ryan, he was
That's
on
cool.
the show, right?
Yeah, I saw him on the Dice Tower coverage of I just saw him walking by. I was like, "Yeah, I know him."
Do you know the game The Shivers?
Yeah, I have it.
The pop-up book with the whatever.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet, but I have it.
They have more coming out.
Yeah,
and this was
I saw that.
one. They had some stuff on display, but that was one of the pictures they had.
That's cool.
And then
that makes me think of the. Is he coming out of the TV, or is that a TV in front of him? Oh no, that's a plaque. That's a
museum.
plaque. Oh, okay,
It's
okay.
a museum. But like, look at the banner on fire, like the Jurassic Park nod, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That was neat to see. This will give you a little better of an idea.
That's pretty cool. Is that real? Because that's hilarious and kind of twisted at the same time.
I didn't see it, but that's funny.
Oh, that's
good.
That's good. That's brave.
I did not see it.
Oh,
this is one of the better. I like this photo. I took this.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's Eric in the background.
Is he on a Ouija board?
No, we were playing something that I'll announce at a different time.
Oh, okay.
But I like that picture of Santa there with
Eric. That's why you're the guy with the announcements.
I mean, you should see some of these pictures I'm passing by, but I can't show them. Hung out with West a little bit while I was there too.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, so when we were up, so we got a video that we'll show of Gnome Hollow, and we're kind of showing off. They're showing off how it plays and everything. I don't know if you know, but the player boards are magnetic.
All the announce, they're being required.
I have all the announce.
Oh yeah, that's the one you were talking about before that had the magnetic, right?
Yeah, so it's funny. So Pat was telling us a story. They were approached by a couple people like, would it be cool to have like a cheaper edition? Like we can have a less cost kind of edition. And that is the less cost edition, because on the other side of that board is like an advanced play board. And in order to do that, they would have to do a triple layer, and the middle layer would have to be thick enough that you wouldn't be able to poke through it. So having that as magnets and putting the magnets in the bits was actually cheaper than them doing the triple layer board. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. It has been interesting in the last few years that some bits and pieces in manufacturing have changed pricing.
Yeah.
Now it's actually cheaper to do things like, bits that you always thought might be more expensive aren't anymore.
Right.
Just because like wood and paper and all this other stuff has changed. It's interesting.
Yeah. While we were up there for our meeting at 3:30, we also ran into this guy.
I know that guy.
Well, he was up there having his meeting.
He's not so bold.
We got to take a peek. This kind of ties in a little bit to Flamecraft and what you got going on with Flamecraft. We got a little sneak peek at a little thing by the Flamecraft people.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we got a little look. Huh?
Was that at what booth was that at?
The Op.
Yeah, the Op. Okay. Yep. Very cool.
Yeah.
Did they have it displayed?
They had it for like sneak peek for media.
Oh, okay.
So when Tim was done with his meeting and we were on the way out, he wanted to show Wes and I as well. So I asked him if I can take a picture, and he said yes. And I did the thing. And that was just before the hall. That was a minute and a half before they dropped the lights and everyone applauded. And the end of Gen Con was announced. So
That's cool.
You can hear it here.
Yep. Yep. And then like in 30 minutes, that whole place is just going to be like broken down bits. And
It was
stuff.
it turned into a mess for sure. So there's a bunch of pictures. I mean, no food pictures. Sorry.
Yeah, charcuterie counts.
Sure. But I got a picture with Billy who was in the chat. Billy was the first person. Oh, I do have a food picture. It's Wendy's.
Who takes pictures of Wendy's?
I was showing somebody. It was a picture I took. What do I have? Oh, we have some. It was torrential downpour.
Nice.
On the way back, and apparently a tornado hit Buffalo on our way through, like after we had passed through. So it was bad. That's it. There's more pictures, but they're all kind of the same. A bunch of stuff. There's a game table for kids, and it had a little Lego blocks on it. So it's like short to the ground kind of
fun.
Yeah. I got a picture of Steven's still there. I got a picture of Steven sleeping in the back of the car on our way back.
Hey, do you eat at the trucks, the food trucks when you're there?
I haven't. No, it's right outside that back entrance. They moved it last year. I think it was the first time they moved it. It's on the back end of it now, and they shut down that street right out front of Lucas Oil Stadium. So you got Lucas
I was
Oil
wondering
Stadium
about
right
that.
there.
Yeah.
That whole street's shut down, and it's lined with both sides. It's lined with food trucks.
Wow. But you don't eat from the food trucks? Because I was going to ask which ones they had available. They have some interesting ones. I saw one that was like lobster rolls or something like that. Like, I am not eating lobster rolls off a food truck. I don't care how nice that truck looks.
They wouldn't be a food truck. Like, they wouldn't be around if it wasn't good stuff, right?
It could be their first day. You don't know.
It's true. That's true.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird because I will eat from food trucks if I'm in the downtown area of Houston. But if I'm outside of that area, I will not touch a food truck. It's such a different thing, which is weird because they can move. I get it. But
they can move.
Yeah.
Did Steve say I could drop that, like, your picture?
Oh, weird. So you had lobster. Okay.
There you go. See?
Empanadas. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if Steve said I can drop that picture, that's Steve sleeping on the ride home.
That's funny.
Yeah. It was fun. It's fantastic. It's a totally different monster. Like all the things I talk about, what I love. Show them the elf photo. I'll do it.
Yeah, I'm worried about the photos that you're not allowed to show. Where are you, at church?
No, this is the hall they had the the auction at.
Oh,
no,
okay.
This was the Ennies. I'm sorry, this was at the Ennies. These were at the Ennies, the awards for RPGs.
Yep.
And apparently, if you look in the background, there's a guy in a Santa hat, and he won an award, and he was giving out Christmas themed stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, it's a totally different monster. It's super fun. You still get the evil stares when you're sitting there talking to somebody and people are behind you and they want to know, like, why are you talking so long? I want to see the thing. You're in my way. So it's got its bits, right? And the people that are walking around with the giant backpacks on their phone, like no awareness of what's around them.
Eric.
Like 6'7" with a giant backpack. But it's so cool to see friends and their booths being busy, right? Like going over to Matt's booth and knowing he was almost sold out of Sirens, and going over to Helena and seeing that she's almost sold out of Four Things, and Mark from Grand Gamers Guild, like Ovation sold out, and Tirnanog sold out, and it's really cool to see, because we know so many people in the industry. It's really cool to see the success that they're having. And also, this one was a little different because we were busy as fuck. Like, we had a line of people like coming to us first thing in the morning to get charcuterie. And
that's good.
When we sold out, like Sunday, people were coming and they're like asking for it, and we had to tell them we were sold out, but we have it on the website if you'd like to go there. I remember that feeling with Floodgate when Sagrada had hit that one year. Like, I was there when we had it in that 3D printed prototype form, and then the year that it caught fire, having to maintain a line, we weren't ready for it. And the first day was absolute utter chaos, and we had to like really rein in that line for day 2 because Gencon was pissed at us for having, and the other booths around us, like a line in front of their booth, it's twofold, right? They're stopping in front of your booth, so now they're looking at what you have while they're waiting, but they're also frustrated that they're in a line, and you're stopping other people from getting to the booth. So like that can really be a big thing, but it is really cool to see. Yeah, you can make money at Gen Con, and I know people do. It depends on how much you bring. It depends on how much marketing you put into it, and it depends on your title, right? Like what you have and what you're selling out. When you have the bonkers displays and you're only selling 400 copies of a $20 game or $30 game, no. But when you have stuff that's a little bit higher priority or higher price tag, and people are going nuts for it. Like I know Gnome Hollow sold something close to 12 or 1,300 copies. So at a $50 game, like they're doing well, but they also had that gigantic display, like that double decker thing. And they have a 20 by 40 or 20 by, I think it's a 20 by 40 with all the tables they have. And like, I remember with Funko, like the amount of stuff that was put into that room and the booth, and your travel and your hotel, it's hard. It really depends on what you do.
I imagine it's a lot like kind of virtual advertising, where if you put a little bit into it, you're going to kind of take a loss. You can get to a medium, but if you put in enough investment, it could really pay off. Of course, it's a gamble.
It depends on what you're doing, like what you look at it as, right? Like CGE looks at it from a marketing perspective. Like you're there for marketing.
And you should.
Right. Exactly. And then if you break even, cool. Like even if you're a little short, like you're there for marketing. You're there to be front of mind. You're there to give out promos, and you're there to get the hype going. And you hope that whatever else you're doing as a company is bringing people to your local shops. And like local shops are walking around there. It's not all people that just are buying. Like there's retailers there that are looking for stuff too. Yeah, Steven was there with me at Funko too, and that room was bonkers.
I think the eBay game was 2 years ago when it first came out, right?
Yeah, it was. They still had it there. They still had the eBay still had a giant booth, right? It was big, but I don't know if they're looking to make money at that booth. I think they're looking for again more marketing.
Their marketing was insane before Gen Con, and that's what really counts, is getting it all out there before then, right?
Yeah, and they sponsored the balloons. For those that know, in that front hall, there was the big balloon display. So they sponsored that. And at one point, I think it was Ammon that was in like the gnome. They made the gnomes out of the balloons, but you could actually put a human inside the gnome. And the gnome was walking around like out in the hallway. So like they did it. But also like this was there, right? Like they put money into making this thing, and you have the game. That's cool. But you also have this, and which they also sold out on. But like all of it all costs money. Some places can, some places can't. It really depends on what it is.
There's the list of the hot games from BGG.
Look at that.
Just want to show charcuterie there.
River Valley Glassworks. Let's go to Japan. Landmarks. That's cool. That's Arcs, the gang. Oh, cool. Where's Gnome? We had more than Gnome Hollow people were just buying.
Yeah, and did they have demos as well?
Yeah, yep, they had them
Yeah,
on the tables for sure.
that is impressive though. Check
Yeah,
it out. That's
yeah,
impressive, man.
I'm super thrilled. I
Good
had no
job.
idea. We gotta put that one out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose that the op has been they've been like Tony. We've had Pat on the show. Pat's awesome, and what he's doing over there with bringing the people and bringing the games, like good games. They also have the party curator who's doing the party side of games, like the lighter stuff. Tony is an amazing human altogether. But who they have there now on the team and what they're doing with their games, it shows. Like they're starting to hit. Like they got a lot of stuff and they're rebranding. They've rebranded themselves for a while now to get away from USAopoly and just be the Monopoly kind of game. And they have some good stuff, and it showed. Like their booth this year was popping. It looked great.
That's cool.
Yeah. Overall, it's amazing. I mean, I love it. I'm lucky to be a part of it. I'm very lucky to be able to call a lot of these people that I talk about friends. Like it's super exciting and it's super fun to walk around and see all the craziness that's happening, and to be a part of it from not only from a hobbyist side, like being in the industry as a gamer and seeing the stuff that's happening and then the things that people are making from not only the major players but like the indie folks too that are, like I said, that Dino Sitters game across. They had 2 other games that were beautiful. Like the games are just beautiful, and they're not an Asmodee, they're not a CMON, they're not a Upper Deck with their games. Like they're just trying to get through this craziness. But to see what people are making on that level from a fan of this stuff is this year there was a lot of it. There was a lot of cool stuff, and then obviously on the other side of the curtain, being in it and having designs coming out and being responsible for games that people are playing. It's just really cool to see. And this year was crazy. It was bonkers. It was busy as hell, but it was so cool to see. It felt massive and it felt really good.
That's cool. Well, we're all jealous, Gen
Yep.
Canters, but maybe next year. We'll see.
Yeah, hopefully next year. I'm pretty sure Chris Chan, the one they're talking about. I'm pretty sure Chris is coming to QSCon.
That's cool.
Yeah. I haven't made many announcements of the special guests yet, but that was another one that was.
That's in less than 2 months, right?
That would yep.
You all ready for that?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
totally ready to go.
Nice. Well, jealous of all the excitement and getting to hang out with people. I'm missing some industry folks and friends that I haven't been around for a while. So yeah.
It's a different monster, though. You know that. Like,
it is.
The after hours is mostly with your booth staff, your booth people. You don't, unless you're doing a late night thing, you're not really hanging out with a lot of people unless they're coming by your booth. Like I got to see a lot of these people at my booth. It wasn't like Origins where I talk about playing with some of these folks till 3 a.m. and having a great time. Like I saw Evan. Evan was at the booth. When I went to go see Evan from Van Ryder or AJ from Van Ryder, it was at their booth. And it was even Helena, when I went to go see Helena, it's in the aisle. It was really quick. You got stuff to do. I got to get back to the booth. Like it isn't that like, let's grab a drink or what are you doing for dinner or stuff like that. It's a completely different monster.
Nice. When is PAX? Early December, right? Still?
Yeah. Early December.
Very cool. I might be able to make PAX. We'll see.
Yeah, legit. Like Eric and Alicia stayed in the same hotel as us, and we I had a couple pictures with them. I saw them at the booth more. We only played a couple games, but if I played 4 games, I played 2 of them with Eric. Like you're not playing many games, right? Like
right.
It's not that kind of show, but it is refreshing to see people that even there that I haven't seen in a while, and there were plenty of people that I didn't see, and it's just cool. It's really cool. It's really cool to see, like the excitement, the buzz of everyone and the industry, and the games that are coming out and the people behind it, and it's really cool.
Thanks for walking through it for us.
Yeah.
Telling us about it. That's pretty cool.
It's not for everyone. Like there's the negative side of things too, right? Where it's 71. They broke a record this year. They broke the all-time record of attendance, and it is crazy. I got sneeze.
Good TV.
There are a lot of just edit that out and post. There are a lot of people there, right? There's a lot of people, and it's not for everyone. Like the amount of craziness there is, it's not for everyone. There's a lot of stuff, but there's also a lot of stuff to do. There's a lot of events. There's a lot of late night stuff, hanging out with people. I didn't get to go see another Chris, the charity board gamer. He does something where he raises money for charity, and that's a thing. And I didn't even go up to the CGE booth. Like I only saw people. A lot of the people I saw came by the booth because they were walking around. It is absolutely bonkers. And I've said it before. The first time I volunteered, the first time I went to Gen Con, I was a volunteer, and I had a booth to go back to. And had I not, I probably would have never gone back. Like it is absolutely crazy there. Like overwhelming.
Yeah. I mean, I see a lot of people will kind of leave the con, just get some food and relax, and like, okay, back to reality. Now go back into the con kind of thing. And whenever I've never been there not working, so I've always had a booth. In fact, usually the booths I worked in were big enough to where they'd have little areas where people could go back and just kind of breathe and be in a little storage area where you have a chair down, just kind of relax and stuff. And as an introvert, you need something like that when you're doing, because there's 70,000 people around you.
Yep.
So yeah, I get it.
Yep. Yeah, but it's not your Origins, it's not your PAX, it's nothing like BGG Con, right? That's focused on just game playing.
This ain't your daddy's con.
It's not what?
This ain't your daddy's con.
It's not your daddy's con. Right? There's your local conventions, and there's conventions like Dice Tower East that has both a big vendor presence, but it's mostly focused on gaming, and BGG is focused on gaming. And then you have your Origins, which is definitely more industry focused and more vendor focused. But then there's those places that you can like go and play and hang out with people, and you have time to talk to people because it's not as crazy. And then you have this one that's just it's a lot. Like it's a lot, but I love it. I love this type of thing. It's a different. You go into it with a different mindset. You go into it knowing it's going to be crazy. You go into it knowing it's going to be a hustle, and that you're going to be exhausted. Like I was super happy to not have to wear shoes when I got home. Like it was a minor. Like I got like no socks and my sandals, and I didn't want to wear shoes because you're in your shoes all day, and you do the thing where you wear a different pair of shoes so it refreshes you, but you're on your feet all day, like, and you're walking a lot. Like even walking the hall, 30 rows of things could take you 40 minutes to get to the other side. So even on your lunch break, like if you're there for an hour and you have a lunch break for an hour, you can't get much done. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's awesome. It's so awesome. It really is.
All right. You've rubbed it in our face enough.
But it's different every year too, right? Like once you experience it, you experience it. And it just becomes different after a while, right? It becomes different. It's a lot of walking around. Like
I think it was hitting 16 to 18 every day when I was there. Yeah.
And it's not that you ever get complacent with what's going on, but you have to enjoy it because it's overwhelming. Like doing that every day over and over, and especially like if you're doing meetings is one thing, and you're meeting with media and you have your meetings for pitches and stuff. But if you're on the front end and you're demoing and you're doing the same 30 seconds over and over and over and over and over, like it's a special kind of thing doing that stuff. Mm-hmm. It really is. And like I saw Stefan, he popped in earlier. I saw Stefan for like 30 seconds and I got a hug and how you doing? And it's like, see you later. And like, just there's that level of well, I can't stay and talk because I got to be over there, and it's going to take me a half hour to walk this hall. And sometimes it's easier to like go outside and walk around to go to the other side because
I've done that before.
The bonkers. Yeah.
And it's kind of a breath of fresh air too. Just get away from the crowd a bit, even though it's crowded in there, but it's not nearly as bad. You're not getting banged around by Eric's bag.
Getting hit with. I was behind somebody who was on their phone, no bag, just holding up a line because they were on their phone. And you have one lane of things because people are looking at tables over here and people are looking at tables and they're just in the middle and there's texting. No one is even in front of them. Like I was the head. We were at the head of the traffic. It was crazy. Did
you forget the batteries in your kettle prod?
Yeah, no, they took that away.
No.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. But the other thing, like from this side of the hobby, setting up on Wednesday is fucking draining because they don't put the air on in that building.
I know. It's brutal. It goes away the second they close too because all the back doors open and it gets so hot in there. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the air is on and it feels good. And then Sunday, when you're breaking down, guess what they do? Turn the air off.
Yep.
It is. I don't think I recovered. I went back to the room. I think it was Saturday. I went back to the room after dinner, and I had a shower. Like I felt so gross because of just you sweat. It's hot outside, and you're walking, and it was just like
That's what it's like whenever I leave and get in my car.
I don't know how you do it, man. I don't think I recovered from Wednesday. Like just the feeling of sweating all day that on that Wednesday with the setup. Like I don't think I recovered from Wednesday. It's that, and it's hot out too. Like you walk outside after being in the air conditioning, even though the hall is jam packed, you walk outside, it's hot. Like this is August. Like it was 90. It wasn't as hot as it's been, but you can feel it when you go outside.
Yeah.
But having that first day of no air,
you get drenched.
There you go. Jesus.
Yeah. You get drenched. You gotta stay hydrated. That's the trick to it.
But it was fun. I mean, Jason is a friend of mine over at Hachette, and he used Dave and Luke, who are from Syracuse. So they were there, and I got to see them. There were other people from Syracuse. John was in the chat earlier. They were there. So it's cool to see people from all over the place, right? Like people they literally come from all over the place to be at this thing. But you don't see them that often. Like you really don't. It's a totally different monster. Gencon is a totally different monster.
Yeah. So just for context, today, I think 106 was our highest. So
why? Brutal.
With something like probably like 50% humidity.
That is gross. Gross. It's like living in the exhibit hall on Wednesday every day.
Well, I don't go outside.
Gross.
I can avoid it.
It's so disgusting.
Yeah, not during the summer. So yeah, I know how that feels. It's not great. What do you? I know. No, they don't. Unfortunately, they are immune. They're the only thing.
So that's a benefit. No mosquitoes. At 106, you're not. The mosquitoes aren't living.
We still have mosquitoes. You know what? I just found out something interesting about mosquitoes. We have tons of them in the backyard because of a lot of the rains that we got, right? And we've been doing some work back there. And my wife was perfectly fine, and I was covered in mosquito bites. I was like, "What is going on?" And she said that she heard that like vanilla is something that repels them, and she was using a vanilla body wash. So the next time we went out there, before going out, I washed in it. Didn't touch me.
Huh?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's good to know.
Smell like vanilla.
Yeah. Okay, well that's good to know.
The more you know.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Who knew you were going to get a fact about mosquitoes on the Gencon review?
That's why it's called the 42. It's because we cover everything.
Anything. Life, the universe, and everything.
I don't think I have anything else, any other pictures or anything to share. I think I've shown everything that I can.
And cinnamon. Okay, that's good.
Oh, that's good to know.
And they're also delicious.
Sure.
All right. Well, you got anything else you want to show about Gen Con or
Um,
slip
no,
around? What else? What else?
no. I got
Well,
nothing. I mean, it was a good weekend. It was a really good weekend. There's a lot of stuff
I gathered
that
that.
I want to talk about. There's stuff I can't talk about. There's stuff that I can't wait to play on the show. That some of these things from these games they're going to be a lot of fun, and a lot of them I don't know about. Like just looking at some of this stuff, it just looked cool. Like the games that are being done now, just they look cool. They look fun.
Did you already post the show of you and Wes playing? Was it Gnome Hollow that you played?
No, we it was an overview of how to play it from the
Or
top of the op
did you
thing.
post that already?
No. We're showing on Friday.
Okay, cool. So everybody watch for that.
Yep. This is the play on Friday. He forgot. I don't know if you saw what happened, but the punishment that he had when he lost the game to me, he had to make a watercolor.
That's funny.
That was my. I wanted a prize, and I wanted him to make a watercolor of the two kids.
Oh,
And he made it, and it's killer. Like it looks awesome. And he was supposed to bring it to Gen Con, but he misunderstood my sarcasm, so he didn't take it. So I'll have it at QsCon, and I'll show it off after that. But
to be fair, your sarcasm sounds a lot like your normalism.
Yeah, that's what makes it fun for me.
I think it's just because you're always sarcastic. That's your secret. That's my secret, Cap. I'm always sarcastic.
I'm always sarcastic. Yeah.
You need that shirt.
What is Billy sending me? Hold on. Billy's sending me something. Where is that?
Play Horrified. Nice.
Is that from year one?
What are you talking about?
He sent me pictures.
Who?
Billy. He's in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Year one. So my first year volunteering, when Billy was in the chat earlier talking about stuff. Billy. All right, so it's not. I don't think it's the gray shirt that you were wearing though. But I run into Billy at Gen Con all the time. Actually, it might. No, it's not. You had no hair too, dude. Oh my god. So that was just us in the room playing.
Huh. Nice.
He sent me the pictures. What do we play? That's Rhino Hero. We're just playing Rhino Hero. That's hysterical. Yeah. So I don't know what year that is. What does it say? What year is that? 17, 16? No, it had to be earlier than that. What year is the picture? He just sent them to me. That's why I'm showing. Yeah, the first year it was Billy was my
saying goodbye.
We were in the room. We were roommates in the volunteer roommates. It was super fun.
Nice. Good night.
Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, we're gonna call it for the night so you can relax.
2015. There you go.
I can get back to working on my things I can't announce.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Horrified would be fun.
Yeah, we should do that. Yeah, so some of these, whichever ones have no hidden information, we'll be able to play. So I got a lot of stuff to learn. So
have a good week, Aldi.
Aldi, great to see you, buddy. Okay, so in our Discord, there is a Gen Con 2023 challenge. And last year at this time, we showed off all the games that I got.
Yep.
And the question was, how many of them do you think Mike will play by this time next year, which is now this year. It's today, right? Dave gave an over-under of 3, which you always do a half. So obviously Dave doesn't bet often. He gave an over-under of 3, and there were 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
I think I said 1.
7. There's 17 games in that bundle. I definitely blew that out of the fucking water.
Yeah.
So there's 17 games in what I brought back on that show that I went over. How many do you think I played?
I believe I predicted 1, so I know you've gotten past that. Let's say, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, and I'll say 9.
9?
Yeah, it's more than 50%.
That's really nice of you. So
no, not 9.
No. So I'll go down the list as a recap. You ready?
It'd be funny if it's 1.
It's not 1.
Oh, okay.
And these are in no order. I wrote them down. There's 13 words, which I played. There's sea salt and paper, which I've played. There's sports dice hockey, which I've played. That's not good. There's Tiger and Dragon from Oink, which I've played. There's Mutton Bustin' from 25th Century, which I played. There is Forest Shuffle, which I played.
You skipped one.
There's Sky Team, which I've played. There's Cosmoctopus, which I've played.
Oh.
And there's World Wonders, which I've played.
9.
Yep.
I got it.
You nailed it.
Nice.
Of the ones that I didn't play, there's Spellbook, there's My Shelfie, there's Freelancers, there's Age of Wonders, Planetfall, there's Neotopia. Both of those I know how to play because I learned them to play them, but I never got them to the table, or I haven't yet. And then Bianca, the artist for our upcoming Coral Gardens, she brought me 3 games out of Brazil or Argentina, like that area, that I also learned so I could play them, but I never played them. So of that bundle from last year, I played 9 of them.
Why are you learning games and not playing them?
Because I bring them to game night to play them, but I just never, like, something else happens or a game stays too long and there isn't enough time or whatever. So I learned them, but I never played them.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do with these is list them in the Discord, and we'll do the same thing a year from now.
Nice.
I don't even know if I can count.
Right. Now we gotta. Well, next show in the announcements, tell us how many there are, and then we'll all give bets. We'll have a lot more people then. People have already left because I told them goodnight. But whenever do it on the next show, so we have something to talk about then. Speaking of next show, are we doing 1995? The best movies of 1995, or do we have a guest? What are we doing next show?
I have 37.
Yeah, that's more than 17.
Yeah, I have 37, and I mean, one of them is Green Team Wins, but it's holiday, and I'm going to say it's going to be different. So, okay. I didn't count Nunatak because I played it in the German one quite often, and I didn't count Cosmic Hunters. And I didn't count the expansion Cold Water Crown.
Wow. 56 games that I've pre-read rules for.
I haven't gotten on the table. Yeah,
luckily my wife and I learn games together, play them as 2-player, and then we take them to our game groups and stuff like that to play. So I don't do that often. The only times I ever do is whenever it's 3 or more player, and so it's so rare that. All right. Well, we'll take bets next show. What do you want to do next show? We're doing the 1995 best movies of 1995. Do we have a guest lined up? Haven't asked you about it yet.
I don't know yet. I'll see if I can confirm. If not, we'll do the 95. And if so, then we'll announce who our guest is next week when we know.
Nice.
Probably not. Everyone's going to be recovering from Gen Con, so I would assume not.
Yeah. I got my list for 95 already.
Nice. I got to put mine together.
So, all right. Come back next week, and we'll talk about that. Come back Friday. Watch the Gnome Hollow stuff on This Is the Play. We don't have any more Scryfy episodes anymore because Acolyte's gone. Done with. And hopefully season 2 will happen sometime. Love the
Skeleton Cruise soon.
Which one? Skeleton. Yeah. Can't wait for that.
Yep.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching.
Cool. Yeah. Good to see you all. Thanks for hanging out and listening to me talk about this crap for 2 hours.
Bye everybody.
Yep.